But he didn't want me to be pregnant, and he admitted it and still does, that he doesn't want anyone to know about me.
No, I know. More than ever, we know how hard it is for somebody to overcome an addiction. We've had many on the show. So coming to us from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, is a survivor named Martha. You see, when Martha began to get sober, she admits she replaced her addiction for drugs with physical intimacy with men. And one of these men was a guy named Cody. And soon after their encounter, Martha found out she was pregnant with her son, Kalis. Now, today, due to Martha's checkered past, Cody now denies baby Kalis. Listen to Martha's story.
For the last 3 years, I've been to hell and back. I was in a toxic relationship, but I got free. I battled a drug addiction, but I got clean. You're all killing me. Okay. I even lost my oldest son to the state. But I fought hard to straighten out my life. I got my son back, and now everything I do is for my kids. When I got pregnant with my son Kalis, I was still going through a hard time. I admit I wasn't positive right away on who his father was. But today, I am 100% sure Cody is Kalis's father. I've come really far, but my son needs Cody in his life too. And I hope after I prove to Cody that Kalis is his, that he'll be the father Kalis deserves.
Martha, nice to have you with us. By the way, congratulations on your sobriety so far. That's terrific. But you're still struggling, right?
I'm still in the past year struggling to stay clean. I've struggled to get clean. But the main thing is that I'm struggling to have a father for my son, and my son deserves to have Cody as his father.
So what drove you to call the show?
He's denying, and I don't blame him, but, I am struggling to be a single mom, and he has 4 other daughters that he is there for, and he's an amazing father to them. But when it comes to Kalis, he couldn't care less about him.
Let's get the backstory here about your relationship with Cody, because this was a time in your life when you were going through your drug addiction, and then you were seeing a lot of different guys, and apparently you all befriended each other on social media, and then the two of you ended up together, right?
Correct. Back in 2018, he friended me on Facebook. It was a random ad. I didn't know who he was. And a year later, I moved back up to Manitowoc, and he offered me a job to babysit 3 of his 4 girls. And after relapsing on drugs, I got closer to Cody, and we ended up sleeping together. And I shortly found out after that I was pregnant.
You both agree with this. You only slept together one time before you were found out you were pregnant.
Correct.
And he says he didn't finish. I don't know what that means. That's always strange to me when people tell me that. I don't know, but whatever. What happened was you found out you were pregnant. I guess you told him, right?
I indirectly told him. I shared it on Facebook that I was having a baby.
Right. You weren't immediately pinning the child on Cody because, as you say, you had been around some other people as well. You weren't sure at that point whether it was Cody's.
Correct.
In fact, he didn't know your progress during your pregnancy. Is that right?
That's true. I did try to communicate with him a little bit after I was probably around 4 months pregnant. We started talking a lot more again. And I would ask him to at least be there as a friend, and he would do everything in his power to not be around me, and saying that there's no possible way he could even be the father.
You didn't push it. He did not know when you delivered. You went to the hospital by yourself. But that's when you were sure that Cody was the father. Why?
As soon as he was born, he was born really bruised. So once the bruising cleared up, I saw almost every characteristic in Cody. His eyes, his nose, his mouth, even his very strange looking feet.
So the feet were, that was the telltale for you?
They look alike to me, so.
But also Cody says that, you know, he has 4 girls, he can't make boys.
Yeah, when I was 16 weeks pregnant, I used Sneak Peek to find out what I was having, and I announced it on YouTube, and Cody told me right then and there that there was no possible way he was the father because to 2 other women he has 4 girls, so he cannot possibly make a boy.
Well, we know where that goes. Is that the main reason, Cody? You don't think you're the father?
No, it's not the main reason. The main reason is, like I said, she was scared and nervous, so I did not finish. And then far along the line, she said with 5 other guys, and I have 4 girls, so altogether it's, you know, like a slim chance.
You told me countless times that you did.
I never. You got scared. Your ex called you and you said you had to go pick him up. So we stopped and you left.
Here's the thing. You weren't around during the pregnancy. Is that right, Cody?
That's correct, sir.
Why? Because
I didn't want to be heartbroken if he was not mine.
I tried countless times for you to be involved, and every excuse was your girls, and you didn't want to upset anybody, and you didn't want anyone to know that I was
No, because
pregnant.
I don't want to sit here and be attached to the baby or you. And I had other things going on in my life, so the chances of him being mine were slim. You had said it was 5 other guys, so what are the chances of him being mine?
Martha, it sounds legitimate. I mean, it's in terms of reasons why he didn't want to get too close.
I don't think it is justified because he was there when he didn't know his oldest was his, and he was there when he had doubts about his other kids, but he was there for his exes, and he was there for the girls, but he didn't want me to be pregnant, and he admitted it and still does, that he doesn't want anyone to know about me.
I never say that you didn't want to be pregnant. You wanted to be pregnant, and you said it was supposed to be just a hookup, so we hooked up, and after, you know, I didn't this and that, you said you were pregnant, so I didn't think he was mine. And after you said he was a boy, I'm like, the chances of him being mine are slim.
So how come you all 2 got together right after Kalis was born, if you didn't think you were the father?
I just wanted to give it, you know, a chance. So, like, back in 2018, I had feelings for her, so I wanted to, you know, pursue it to see if there's anything there. And then she brought Kalis around, and, you know, she still said that he wasn't, you know, she was testing other guys because adoption was still
You only wanted to use me. I was still a secret. So, you told me you were still in love with your ex, and you wanted to just feel someone love you back.
And I thought when you showed pictures of Kalis towards the end of July that he could be mine. So I wanted to get close, but not close to where I was gonna get hurt if he wasn't mine.
If I prove that you're the father, will you get into Kalis's life?
Yes, most definitely.
Because you're a good father to your 4 girls?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Now, here's the thing,
But
Martha.
you don't do anything now. I can't even get you to be supportive.
Well, because I don't want to get attached to him.
Here's the thing I haven't mentioned before. There was a home DNA test taken, and apparently you kind of faked it, didn't you?
I did.
You faked
I'm not going to lie.
You faked the result.
He ended up cheating on me, and he'll deny it because he doesn't think that if it's anything other than physical, it's not cheating. And he swore up and down that is my son. I know for sure Kalis is my son.
You faked the DNA test.
And so all I had to do was convince him. Everybody else,
I still wasn't convinced. I knew it was
and
fake.
our friends are saying that he needs to step up because that is is his son.
What'd you
say?
say?
Lie about me being the father. The whole DNA test was fake. I knew it was fake. I knew you were gonna lie about that. You lie, you know. How should I know I'm the father and now you're gonna lie about a simple DNA test?
Do you think Kalis looks like you, Cody?
I mean, the feet look alike, and then I don't think the difference is, you know, I don't think his mouth looks like mine. The nose.
Why do you tell me every day you know for sure he's your son?
Because he looks like my kids in some aspects, but not completely.
Well, guess what? I have the result right here. We're going to find out the answer, and then you all go about your life.
All right. All right.
In the case of 4-month-old Kalis, Cody, you are the father.
All right, good. I'll take care of him. If he's mine, I'll take care of him.
And that you treat him just like you treat your girls.
And I will.
Because I told you from day one he was your son as soon as he was born.
And I'm sorry.
I thank you all very much. I think this should be a reminder to all men out there that sometimes when you don't finish, you really do. You are not the father.